The Caps are they come back home. They're playing a game. What is their upcoming schedule? They play the Blue Jackets, the Metro Division game this evening at Verizon Center. They're second place in the Metro behind Pittsburgh, so they're right. You know, they're playing well. They've righted the ship after the slow start.
Playing well enough.
They've got great special teams. First in power play, second in penalty kill.
Dead on.
Talk to me about 5-on-5. What's going on? Isn't that weird?
It seems strange, but if that's a code that they can crack, this team now becomes a true legitimate contender. How they do it, I certainly don't know. But again, they've done well with their penalty kill. They've done well with their power play. But when it's 5-on-5, they don't seem to be able to have the same type of success. I think it's strange. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're so talented in the way that they move on the ice, their skating ability or whatever. They need more room, so less people makes it easier. Listen, I don't know. I can't really explain it, but this has been consistent.
It's been consistent for a couple years. And the other weird thing, when you factor it in, who knows what effect this has on anything, but they're terrible at 5-on-3. Such a deadly power play, and yet they can't score on 5-on-3. They've done, I think, 9 times in a row they've been 5-on-3. They haven't scored. It's so weird. I don't know. I mean, fans certainly are asking a lot of questions about Adamowicz' line combinations. It's something that you obviously don't have to think about as much in the power play. You know, Alex Ovechkin still wants to kind of carry the puck into the zone a lot on his own. Things seem to go better for him and for the team when someone else, a distributor, is carrying the puck into the zone and letting him do what he do, which is get in dangerous places, get time and space, and score goals on his own. You know, it seems almost impossible to believe that this team could be behind at generating shots with the number of offensive stars that they have. But, you know, a lot of that starts at the blue end. A lot of that's at the back end, behind the blue line. I mean, a lot of that starts with the defenders getting the puck out. And I can't imagine it would continue like this. I can't imagine that. It seems like either the power play has to collapse or
totally
the 5-on-5 has to increase.
It feels like there probably over the course of the season there will be a balancing of that. They probably won't be quite as hot on the power play and PK, but then I think they'll probably improve. They're 21st right now in 5-on-5 as far as goals for, goals against. So
and it's the shot generation, which is one of those analytics that people look at. It's not that great. But I think another thing that we have to talk about is so much hype going into this season. How will they do in a tougher division? What's going to happen now that they're out of the Southeast? And the reverse has happened. They're once again in the worst division in the NHL. The Eastern Conference is weaker than the Western, and the Metropolitan is the weakest of the two divisions in the Eastern Conference.
So far though. It's still early. It's still early.
But the top end of the Western
East is definitely weaker than the West, no doubt. But I mean, Metro-wise, I don't know. I could still see that evening out as they go on.
I think that's possible, but the schedule just does not. It doesn't seem like if they're held back this year, it's not going to be because of their division, I would say.
I would be willing to predict, here's a bold prediction, that the Stanley Cup representative will come out of the Metro Division.
Ooh, I like that. Where does that come from?
I don't know.
It's just being bold. I like that.
I think the top end, I think Washington, to be honest with you, I think if they're able to stay healthy and really give Oates the opportunity to tinker with these lines, I feel like they can be a very formidable team moving in the latter parts of this season.
You know, one other thing that's been so weird and disheartening, I think, and maybe this is just something that you imagine with every team that you watch, but it seems like reliably after scoring a goal, the Caps allow a goal within the next minute. Yeah. It just seems like it happens so often. I don't know what.
Good story from Katie today in the Post. Yeah.
Did she actually have a story of that?
Yeah, she had a story today.
Did not read that.
In Sunday's game against Colorado, it happened right after they tied it in the second period, and they lose that momentum right away.
Read the Washington Post, and then you won't look like a fool on
Way to support your colleagues there. Awesome. All right, and a quick cap to the cap segment. Special thanks to Steve Alexi, who joined us at the live Post Sports Live event last week at Hill Country Barbecue. Among the many things we learned about him, he brushes his teeth before games, and his inspiration was Bob Probert growing up in Michigan. Not surprising. Brawler. Got a lot of questions about the Philly Brawl.